Yes, welcome everyone. This is Depend Sports Media. It's another day of good cricket. We're here at Entebbe Cricket Oval, getting the third game of Uganda versus India, the Indian tour of Uganda. Game between the Ismail communities. One has come from India, and then the one that is in Uganda, which comprises the majority of the players that play in the local cricket. Thank you for joining us. We're sorry we came in a bit late, but this is a 50-over game, and we've started the second innings, and that is the Uganda side inning. The first innings was for the Indian team, of which they played it out. And as we come here, we started afresh. Second and last part of the innings of today is a 50-over game. It's been so far good cricket. We've enjoyed it. We're loving it. The weather is good here. As you may have seen before, the Indian flag is flying so high here as the Ugandans come to put up another batting performance similar to the one they did on the first day of cricket, where they won the first game. Second game was washed away by the rain, but that doesn't stop us from coming back today and hitting back strong. So far, the Ugandan side seems to be putting up a very good performance amid this ferocious bowling from the Indian side, and the Stars still stand at 5 runs after 1 over. The fans have turned up here so well. The communities are enjoying themselves here in Entebbe. We'll be enjoying ourselves a very nice lake breeze here, just close to the airport, the international airport in Uganda. Let's see another ball there, hit hard and go straight for a 4. Very good piece of batting there. Team Uganda. Team Uganda need 206 runs in 37 overs. We still have 10 wickets remaining, and the required run rate of 5.47. Right, I will say Ali Deshan Kamali is on strike, together with Saud Islam. Saud Islam has already put up 9 runs off 11 balls with 2 fours. Very good performance here. Rahul Dosani is on attack with an economy of 3.75, together as a compatriot Renish Kadiwar. We see another delivery coming on here. Remember, this game is being brought to you live from Entebbe Cricket Oval, just by the lakeside. Fine delivery there is made equally with a fine strike to the lakeside. It was straight for 4, with an applause from the supporters here on the touchline. People have come here enjoying the game. We've seen a lot of good cricket in the first game, as Team Uganda rained riot on that day. And they come back for the 50-over game today. Looks like the score that was set is quite defendable, but that just goes as far as if Uganda doesn't meet the target of 214 runs. So far, they need just 202 runs. I may say just because going by the run rate, I think it's very, very possible. This is a 40-over game, remember. And so far, Ali Dishan Kamali has 8 runs, and Saudi Islam has 8 runs off 11 balls. As we prepare ourselves. Rahul Dosani on attack, deliver this ball. Ali Dishan couldn't just get quite a good hit with that. Maybe he needs to change something on the way Rahul Dosani is attacking him. A short one which is equally hit, but it's a dot ball. Doesn't give us anything on the run rate. Score remains unchanged. That is Saud Islam. Already has 9 runs of 12 balls now. 2 fours. And right now Renish Kadiwar is on attack. Renish has been quite a performer for this team so far. Delivers a short one. Very good bowling from Renish. Not so bad economy of 3.4 though. And Saudi Islam has played a lot of cricket in this Ugandan turf here. He's very good on the ball, but also so good on the bat. A short delivery there. Fielders dealt so nicely with it. Didn't let it go so far. There's a bit of a discussion on the pitch there. Looks like Team India are laying better and better fielding strategies there. They're reorganizing themselves. Something that has limited Saudi Islam. He's very well known here, well respected in the game. of Islam as he comes on strike. immediate first wicket of the game. That's the first piece of action we're seeing here today, the first wicket fall for Team Uganda after putting up 11 runs, 19 runs. They lose the first wicket. And Izzat Ali Shah goes on strike. Plays on the Uganda Cricket Prince team. Izzat Ali Shah, very good on the bowling, equally good on the batting. Let's see if he makes anything good out of this moment of Uganda loss. Master Team India put up quite a good performance so far. After having lost the game on the first day, they've come back strong. They set up a decent score, 114. And as heard from the captain, a very defendable score. Going by the way they're going, if they can drop a couple of more wickets in this Ugandan team, it could be a very successful third game of this tour. They'll go back to India very happy, and as they move into the next game, they'll pick up their strength and probably put up a very spirited fight, give the Ugandans a run for their money. They're all very jovial on the field, they're communicating so well, they're boosting up their morale, they're encouraging each other. As Saudi Islam goes on strike. Fine piece of cricket here. From wherever you're enjoying from, welcome on Defense Sports Media. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the notification button, so that all the other games come to you live, effortless. By turning on a notification, you can always get us as soon as we get on board. Saudi Islam on the other side. Izzat Ali Shah on strike. He seems to be a bit tense. Fine ball there. Goes for the dash. Make a single, can they make it a double? Yes, they do. Make it a double, sure. Team Uganda goes to 21 for 1 after 2.5 overs. Looks like the introduction of Izzat Ali Shah has boosted the general morale of the Team Uganda side. The man who has been known, very good bowler, but when he sits there to do the batting duties, Izzat Ali Shah has also put up a spirited performance. Right-handed batsman. Ismail comes on strike for the Indian side. He's looking to claim, get another wicket. Fine strike there from Saudi Islam that goes straight to the field, just around the mid-on side. Picks it up and we have a bit of a discussion there. Indian side have been reorganizing themselves in this game quite often to meet challenges the batsmen are bringing. Saudi Islam gets ready for yet another delivery. This time it is Rashid. Strikes and there's a call for an LBW, but the umpire keeps calm. This ball is final though.
Looking for the now.
You see Team India is desperate to get off South Islam. This game is getting quite interesting. 21 for 1, about 5.2 overs for Uganda. As Team India goes and reorganizes themselves on the field. You get another delivery there. And Saudi Islam making a sense out of it. Just by dot ball. Very fine piece of bowling performance from the Indian side, limiting the Ugandans. Just a couple of singles. Ever since they had we haven't yet seen any six in this game, which just tells you how the Indian side is trying to limit them. Very good piece of bowling. It goes like this, the score is going to keep a bit low, unless of course the magic comes from Saudi Islam. It's another dot ball. Very good over from Renish. Don't forget this is a 40 over game. The target being chased is 214 set by the Indian side in the first inning. Enjoy yourselves as you watch the second inning. As Team Uganda comes on. So to show the Indian side that this is Uganda. We played better, played stronger. If you had to pick anything out of this fine piece of strike there, but it doesn't get so far. Yeah, that Ali hesitates, and Saudi Islam goes back on his batting duty. As you see, the Indian side is very fired up. They can continue with this performance. I think it's going to be a bit of a successful encounter today. Quite different from the first game they had in Entebbe. Still, as Renish goes on strike, Saudi Islam meets it with a fine strike, but it's another dot ball. And I'll come to the end of the sixth over. Been such a good over for the Indian side. I think overall Uganda just put up 2. And I think Saudi Islam is having a bit with Ali Shah. Or something maybe they need to change. They have to pile up a couple of more runs and bring this game back on course. Beautiful ground here in Entebbe. The weather is just normal. Of recent we've had a lot of rain, and actually the second day was discontinued because of heavy rainfall. But looks like today the weather has been a bit kind on the game, and that's why we're enjoying ourselves here in Entebbe. We stand at 21 for 1 after 6 overs. Saud Islam and Razat Ali Shah on strike for Uganda. As Renish comes on. What we can make of this delivery, and that is what we've said before. Team India is limiting the Uganda side. Very, very good bowling performance. Very, very good fielding work. And it's upon Razat Ali Shah and Saudi Islam bring this game back on course. Because as it is, looks like Team India is having the upper hand in this game. That said, there's still a lot of overs to play, a lot of time to go. I think Team Uganda may reorganize itself in this game and probably bring it to course. We've seen the Ugandan side, the different tournaments that we've had, the national tournament. There's a time when they fire up. We've seen a couple of moments where they switch off a bit, but that said, they fire up so well, and usually they've won most of the regional tournaments here. It's only the ones which have been involved in the more giant teams that have not quite been so good for us. On the other side, there's a lot of experience on this pitch today. There's that Alisha, Saudi Islam. A lot of players from the Indian team. Another fine strike there. I think we'll just goes as far as the line, manage a double out of it. And surely that's what we've been waiting for in this game, to push the score to 23-1. Saudi Islam. Brings a bit of a smile on the Ugandan side. The score had been just a bit stagnant for a while, but that strike pushes it to 25-1. And try and just change the course of this game. Remember, when the 6th over, and those balls there, they go for the dash, but it's just in time to pick a single off that. Games like this sometimes start a bit slowly, but as the game comes to a bit of an end, that's when you start to see fine performances come. Just easily dealt with by the Indian side. They go for a double of that, they got a double yesterday. Very good fielding work from Team India. So once that Alisha thought he had gone for a 4, it was well put in. As Uganda goes 29-1. Good piece of delivery there. That was cool. So another fine ball there. And Saudi Islam didn't quite have an answer for it. So, see the Indian flag flying there, the dugout. Very beautiful moment of cricket. Everybody seems to be enjoying this game. A bit of tension as Team Uganda kind of tries to put up a couple of runs here. As the more comes on. A fine strike, but it won't go so far. Easily dealt with. Lacked a bit of power. Risha, very strong member of the Uganda cricket side, cricket training. Very good performer on that team too. Remember him in the qualifiers for the T20 ICC games which were in Kampala here. But solid performances. nips that ball, cuts it away. Just doesn't get so far. They pick a single of that. Just goes straight the hands of the fielder. First game saw us seeing a couple of fine batting performances on the Indian side. Saudildam drives it across. It will meet the line. Just seems to have dragged itself on the pick. Couple of runs off that. Fine strike from Saudi Islam. Straight to the leg side. Just lacked a bit of power, otherwise would have been going for a back there. But good enough to manage to pick up a couple of runs off that. He pushed it now to 33 for 1 after 7.3 over. Still have a long way to go. Nicks it this time. It will go straight for a 4. No fielders in that area. That's the 4. Saudi Islam. Rezat Ali Shah now goes on strike. Islam has put up quite a performance. So far he has 17 runs of 26 balls. Nish coming on attack. He's had a very good spell in the previous over. But this time we go, can we see the first? No, just goes as far. Can he catch it? No way. And Saudi Islam and Rezat Ali Shah make up 2 runs off that. Once I thought it was going to be a catch, but fielder was not just right on time. The ball lingered in the air and the opportunity went. Had a chance to use the Ugandan speed there. Because as we see, Rezat Ali Shah and Saudi Islam seem to have put up quite a performance. 39 for 1 after 7.5 overs. They need 176 runs to win this game. The required run rate of 5.4. It is quite manageable in this game. As well as Ali Shah takes on this pound, and Ronish comes on attack, fine strike, they go, and they make it a single. Yes, they do. That brings Saudi Islam back on strike. Where they have 17 runs of this game. Saudi Islam 40 for 1 for Uganda. They need 175. Take up a short break, rehydrate a bit, plan new strategies. Very interesting game here. Very beautiful piece of cricket being played here on Entebbe Cricket Oval. Watching it live on Depend Sports Media. Do subscribe. So more games to come. Yes. Find you in the right place at the right time. At the pleasure of the phone. I will set out on our journey to promote the game here in Uganda. Have it. Go on Google Play Store and download it. You'll be able to watch all our games there in a better quality. But also, just in case you love other television stations here in Uganda. You can always have your time to watch it live, all free. You won't need to pay anything. This is Depend Sports Media. Uganda 40-1 after 8 overs. Yep. Saudi Islam goes on strike. Nish comes on attack. I don't have a beautiful game out of this. Next is delivery. And that's a wicket gone. Riyazat Ali Shah is off. Second wicket of the game. Fine piece of bowling from Danish. He has had a couple of tries on that. And between Riyazat Ali Shah and Saudi Islam, it just looks as though Riyazat Ali Shah today has not come with the steal he needs. As Raj comes on, Riyazat Ali Shah will have just so disappointed about his performance. He didn't see that coming. He delivered a very fine yorker there, goes straight to the stump and is off. For 2. I say that's a bit of a danger for Team Uganda as they lose the second wicket in a bit of the early stages of the game. Don't know whether they'll push it up. We'll have a lot to discuss. But let's just hope that Saudi Islam very good piece of performance here. The Indians are still celebrating. For 2, 8.1 overs. The game is still raging on. As Riyazat Ali Shah goes off, the Ugandan Dagat will have to discuss a bit of more strategies. Looks like Ranish is having a good time in this game. Now Azim comes on strike, on attack. As Raj comes on strike also from another partnership with Saudi Islam. I don't know how far this will go, but Riyazat Ali Shah is off. Ranish makes a delivery, sends it off right far 4. What an introduction for Raj. It's been a while since we saw this delivery. Send the score 44-2. That's the kind of performance that Uganda needs at this point of the game. Maybe the sending off of Riyazat Ali Shah is a blessing in this case. We live to see that as the game goes on. 44-2 after 8.2 overs. 171 runs required as we go on. We'll pick a single from that. Team India gets fired up, communicating very well on the field, and they seem not to be devastated by the fact that the introduction of Siraj has anything to do with the course of the game. They are continuing with their plan, tight fielding, tight bowling, and putting a lot of pressure on Saudi Islam and his compatriot Siraj. Saudi Islam now comes on strike. Another fine strike there, but just couldn't go far from the deep cover area. The fans seem to be in support of Team India side here. A very unfazed Ugandan side. Another dot ball there. Very good bowling there from Azim. Fine Yorker there. Saudi Islam just couldn't get much of it. And they go for another dot ball. Another dot ball there. Azim is kind of stamping his authority on this game. Saudi Islam hasn't had any answer for 2 of his balls so far. They'll surely need a discussion, Saudi Islam and Suraj there on the way forward. After having very unsuccessful spell over the last 3 balls, they'll surely need to discuss a couple of things there. Especially Saudi Islam, who is on strike. Do we need to change anything on the way he attacks those balls? Remember, if you're streaming this game live from wherever you are, we are at Entebbe Cricket Oval. You're enjoying yourselves with very good cricket here between the selected Indian side, the Ugandan side here, the Ismail community games. We're live in Entebbe Cricket Oval. As Uganda pushed it to 45 for 2 after 9 overs. I think they need to do better than this. Having lost 2 vital wickets, Saudi Islam is gone. But his compatriot Raj, who came on for him, has put up quite a performance. So far 6 runs. It's always good, I must say, to see people enjoying themselves here. Okay. Sizable communities come to watch the game. The ground is so dry and so good. As I mentioned before, it has been raining quite a while in this part of the country. So that will stop this game from going on. As Azim comes on strike again, straight away, cuts it. Ismail dealt with, but they pick a single off that. They need every single at this point of the game. They need a double, they need a single. I mean, they need every run they can get hold of. 46 for 2. With the required run rate of 5.48, Team Uganda needs to push up. Beautiful day of cricket here in Bogramini in Entebbe. There's another cut there. They dash for a single off that. Just on time. Saudi Islam brings back Raj on strike. Anyone who has watched Saudi Islam play the league games and also on the other tournaments that he has played knows how good he is on the bat. I think he just needs to make up on a bit of his composure. And that cut there, just cuts it down and take off a single off now. That brings back Saudi Islam on strike. So far, he has already had 17 runs of batting ball. I look forward to get another chance for him to stamp his authority on this game. Is back. This time Saudi Islam shows why he's on that team. Straight for a four. Fine piece of performance, fine batting there. As Team Uganda starts to push the way forward. 52 for 2. And it can have more of this from Saudi Islam. And then it's going to be quite a tricky time for the Indian side. They're not unfazed with the game. They're not unfazed with the progress of the game. Nish comes on. Had a fine spell so far. Next is delivery, cut again by Saudi Islam, and that's another boundary. Very good performance. And Team Uganda enjoys a moment in this game. 2 balls, 8 runs. Push it to 56 for 2. Right now we require 159 runs for Team Uganda in case that we win this game. Looks like Saudi Islam has found his batting boot. Actually, I realize I think at this point they need to push up a bit. As Nish tries all he can to try and limit Saudi Islam, who has become a bit of a trouble for him. If you're streaming this game, you're live on different sports media. Don't forget to subscribe, that you can have all the other games that are going to come on this. Beautiful moment in this game, really. Let us see what happens. This donation strike. Okay, so Suraj, right? Donation about that. Another fine delivery there. Al Noor had a chance to take out Saudi Islam, Suraj, but just couldn't get hold of that ball, the wicket keeper. Very good bowling there from Azim. Remember, it was Azim who took off Rezat Ali Shah. Fine yorker. That was just best thing, I guess. Yes. as Azim comes yet again. We've seen a good performance from Azim today. Here we are. Bit of a call there for an LBW, but the umpire is not interested. On the Indian side, told to come down on this. As the captain goes and consults with the umpire there. Beautiful day today. Azim goes on, makes a punch strike. Very good fielding equally. For once I thought that was going straight for a 4, but just doesn't quite get it. Saudi Islam. We've seen even a better performance from Saudi Islam in the previous all the games that we've had. $58 for 2 after 10.4 overs. Saud Islam. Strike. Azim comes on attack, delivers another fine ball, and this time just doesn't quite the best of it, Saud Islam. It's 8 for 2 after 11 overs. Uganda requires not so bad though. 157. Seal off this game. That's required in about 30 overs. Team India continues to reorganize itself, consult, make sure this game goes as planned. Enjoying beautiful cricket here from Entebbe Cricket Oval, just next to the international airport of Entebbe, and just by the lakeside, Lake Victoria. If you've been in Entebbe before, it's a very cool place, very nice breeze, very beautiful weather here in Uganda. Remember, these games are brought to you live. Tournament is sponsored by Smokies Restaurant, just in the middle of Kampala, on Nakasero Road. Find yourself in Kampala and need to get a good lounge and a good place to relax and enjoy yourself. Then Smokies Restaurant will be there for you. See another fine strike there from Saudi Islam. Go for a single. Quickly dealt with Renish himself. Just make sure they just pick a single from that. And then pushes it to 59 for 2. Saudi Islam and putting a partnership that is quite interesting to see.
Hello.
Saudi
Point
Arabia
per Point
has 25 runs. They've got an ball.
Sulu.
Raj has 8 runs to the 4.
Hello. Kishan. थोड़ा बाहर निकल.
Both.
Hello.
India team reorganized themselves on the field. Saudi Islam just couldn't get good of it. It's straight to the cover. Is the this time, can he get in far? Yes, they pick a single from that. They'll stumble a bit, release the ball, give a chance to Raj and Saudi Islam. Pick up a quick single. The point of the game when Uganda is 60 for 2, 11 for 3 overs. 5.4 runs per over there. Maybe meet the target of 155. Very manageable, very beatable, but it will require a bit of better striking than how what we're seeing. Saudi Islam not having the best of it. The moment of the game when he has slowed down a bit, as Suraj has not also had a bit of a moment to bring it back on course. Wait and see as the game goes. Can Team Uganda reign terror on this Indian team? The way it's going on, they're set up for a couple of singles. As Ranish makes sure the boundaries are set. I think he's a bit used to the way Saudi Islam strikes the ball straight out. Direct. That was a shank. Was had a good spell in this game so far. His over has not been so bad. Not there. 11 overs, Uganda stands at 62 for 2. Don't know how far they can push it in this next over. Are we seeing a good comeback? Let's wait and see. Saudi Islam there tries to smack it. Just trying to get enough power on it. Yes, it has. Probably that, but no. Dealt with easily by the fielders. I say this Indian team is so good on the field, but mastered Saudi Islam out. There's no way it takes this goal. And they're not giving him a chance at any boundary again. They know what he can do. They know his strength so far. And this today, very good timing there. They go straight to 4. Saudi Islam. Very tricky by him. Just when they thought they had covered him so well. Finds a gap. And he gets a very, very vital 4. Push the squad 67.2. Uganda is on the rise again. Saudi Islam so far, 27 runs. As Raj has 9 runs. Quarter. Very aggressive batting from Saudi Islam. We have to improve on the timing next time. It's showing the aggression. It's showing the hunger to pile up more runs. A very fine performance from Azim. That's another ball that goes without a score. That's a good ball. Straight to the fielder. And a bit of applause from the Indian dugout here over that performance delivery by Azim. That brings back us to the end of the 12th over. Bit of a relaxation from Saudi Islam. Suraj, you need to come back stronger in this game. Otherwise, seven for 2. Bit of a slow chase. Enter the 13th over. There's Uganda side. Need Saudi Islam to put up a bit of a better performance here. Otherwise, the Indians have just done everything they can to limit them. Good fielding there. Just couldn't get any further than that. As a shunt. Shan even attack. A couple of beautiful balls from him there. There we are. We are fine hit this time. The niche was just at that point where the ball couldn't go above the bat. They'll just pick up a single from that. Take it 6-8 for 2. The Indians are enjoying themselves. The game is still very, very reachable for both sides. We have a lot of cricket to go. Our strike there. Our area is covered by Ranish and so aggressive on the ball, on the field there. Getting a bit of applause from his colleagues. He's covered that area so well. That's what Saudi Islam watches for. That would be wild. I think that's where most of the balls are going. Surely covering it up would be a good idea. The problem is it exposes some side to Saudi Islam. Finally. No. Suraj. He's taken out. As Team India claimed their 3rd wicket of the game. Fine bowling there from Ishan. And surely is out. Raj comes off with 9 runs.
अरे लाइव नहीं आ रहा वो, नहीं आ रहा लाइव।
Edit.
चलो ये भी है, ये भी है। अरे उधर सही चले जाता है जाता। इधर तो देखो यार, देख रहे भी नहीं देख रहा हूँ। अरे थोड़ा और अच्छा कर।
Gonna push it to 7-3 for 3. 11, 13 for 4. They're getting an answer slowly from the Ugandan side. Push. Part of this game where the liver is up to start coming. Both sides.
Deep in.
Everybody who is enjoying this game, remember to subscribe. Just misses a run out there. Al-Noor. And the chance to take off Shain. He wasn't on target with his ball, just missed the stumps by an inch or two, and the game is still on. Good delivery from Shan. He has 1 wicket so far, Shan. It's been quite a good spell for Saudi Islam. So far he has 38 runs for the ball. He's maintained his place on the pitch. Stayed on, is patient. Not so ambitious, yet when he strikes, makes it count. That's one of the reasons Saudi Islam wins. A couple of his colleagues also win. But Saudi Islam is still on. They're enjoying themselves at this point of the game. Reorganizing themselves on the field to match the demands of this game. We still have some more games to go. We have another game tomorrow. in the final game against the Ugandan side on Thursday. One bring this tour to the end. It's been such a good tournament. It's been very entertaining cricket in this Indian tour of Uganda. Hope will keep coming. I would do some drop another final strike here. Push them to swing off that. And bring Jay in and strike again. Here, let's have a cricket over. This time, easily dealt with by the fielders. The applause of the Indian side. Loved what Banks did. Just went straight for the ball. Didn't give Saudi Arabia any chance to run at that. 73 for 3 after 14 for 3. This time, Green survives that. No. Out. From south. Bit of a bit between the umpires. See whether this decision still stands. The decision comes from the consultation. Ishan is out. Jain is out. Sorry about that. Sheeran has been reversed. Looks like Jain will survive and live on to play another. The umpire himself consulted again for it wide. But Jain still on for Uganda. From Jain. Asa Zim has put up very strong bowling performance. His balls have been very troubling to the Ugandan batsmen. This time there's a call for an outcome. Surely. Jain is out. The fine ball from Azim was to now claim 2 wickets in this game. And Uganda has so far lost another wicket. With further condemnation from the Indian side. And hopefully, if they go by this, looks like India is set to win this game. unless of course Saudi Islam puts up with a batting performance. So far. Jain is out. With the dismiss of Jatin, I think India has an upper hand in this game. We just need to capitalize on the remaining part of the game, try and bring some more wickets down and slow as much as possible the Ugandan side from winning this game. Everyone seems to be enjoying this part of the game. It's been so good. It's been so ferocious for the Indians. They've been so aggressive on the fielding. Likewise, Uganda seems to be not giving up on this game so far. We'll see how it goes. One step at a time, one run at a time. On the other side, maybe one wicket at a time. Okay. And surely we have another wicket there. Team India, as we mentioned before, they have been so aggressive on the bowling and have expelled yet another wicket for Uganda. Not so long. He has just come on and with just about the second ball he's striking, he's off. As Azim claimed the third wicket of this game. What a performance from Azim. Uganda will have to look at this moment. And as Asif comes on, we've seen quite good performances from Asim and Saudi Islam in the previous tournament. Don't know whether they can replicate that in this game. Team India is up in their hand right now. Uganda has to put up something more than they have done so far. 74 for 4 after 14.5 overs means there's a bit of danger. The performance from Team India. They've been so resilient in this game. They've taken their time. They've been patient. And when they have had to strike the hard blow, they've done it with ferociousness. 74 for 4. anything be done with this game? There we are. Set off a single start. As now a sixth comes on strike. Remember, Saudi Islam is still on, albeit a bit of a minimal performance from him in the last couple of balls. We've seen the score stagnant at 7 for quite a while. There's a loss of about a wicket in that. There's a call for a wicket there, but I think Saudi Islam is still on. The umpires have had a very difficult spell in this game because of the pressure it has brought. So I'm guessing they've handled it well. With the duty to deliver a couple of runs for Uganda. They've come back with this game. There's a call for an LBW and it's off. Finally, Saudi Islam is taken off. Team India looks set to take this game. There's nothing you could do about that. It's a fine delivery. You should have done better than that. Decided to go for the low one. And just stood no chance. The 6 is off. Very disappointing from the Uganda side. And give the duties now to Sahil. Try and go and see whether he can bring anything out of this Sahil himself. The man from Smoky's restaurant, Sahil. Strike, see whether they can salvage anything from this team Uganda side. Goes back to the dugout, very disappointed, wishing he could have done better than he did. But as you see, this game gives you one chance. You have to take every chance it gives you, and if you lose that chance, you have to bow down. 74 for 4 after 14.5 overs. Can't make any sense out of this game. At a very stagnant scoreline there. They go for a run on that. They pick a single, yes they do. But there was an LBW and it's off. This is it. This is the moment when Team India are setting the frenzy here. They've claimed yet the 7th wicket in this game. And the umpire calls for an out. And another wicket is lost. This time, the main man himself, Saud Islam, who had maintained his position on his crease for quite so long, but finally he's taken off and just nailed a hard blow to Team Uganda side. The game is looking so gloomy for Uganda. 76 for 7. 16 overs done in this game. We need to do better than this. Otherwise, with the look of the things, Team India is having a better side of this game. And it will take more than just a discussion to bring this game back on float. They need to ramp up the scores. They need to get away to deal with the main bowlers for India, that is Azim and Ranish, who have been so outstanding in this game. We'll be here to watch this game as it unfolds. Can Uganda bring back this game on floor? Take a single from that, a bit of hesitation, just back on time. We need to communicate better. Sahil and colleague. Sahil and Mujib. Sahil is on strike now. Brother Mujib. Straight. And easily dealt with by the bowler himself. Strikes it up and above. Goes straight for a four. That's what they needed. Mujib delivers a four which was much needed in this part of the game. They waited for that so long. And if you can get more of that, then Team Uganda is going to bring this game back on course. They're not so far away from bringing the game back on course, but they need so many more of that. Mujib goes for another ball. Azim comes on. Mujib is doing quite well. Remember, this game is sponsored by Smokey's Restaurant and Bar. Man himself there. Azim brings it on again. Another fine strike. Is it taken? Mujib is off. After a very enterprising performance so far in this part of the game, he has just come on. Mujib goes viral with this shot. Very ambitious. And this time he's caught off guard. Takes it high and is picked up by the fielders and is off. That is the 7th wicket for Team Uganda. It's looking a bit not so good for them. I'm just thinking that this game is not in a very good position for Team Uganda. 81 for 8 after 16.5 overs. With a loss of 8 wickets. The score wouldn't have had a problem, but they lost so many wickets. Even the most ardent of the fans who have come here today know the toll is so hard for Team Uganda. They have to go back and reorganize and hopefully come back strong because there's just 2 wickets left. This is a game of cricket. Never let it off until it's over. Moments stand. And what you thought was the right path of the game changes in a blink of an eye. The then come on, a strike there, deep to the covers. And they just stop it after them delivering a double of that. Another fine delivery there from Azim. Was so far claimed 4 wickets in this game. What a performance from Azim. Indian bowler. Shift into the 70th over. Beautiful day of cricket here. If I missed the first performance on the first day, have another chance to watch this performance, which has been so highly billed and has delivered a lot of cricket so far today. Wherever you're watching from, whether you're watching from India, whether you're watching from any part of this world, do subscribe. I'll bring you so many more games. There's a fine cut there, and you can only get a single of that. Miscommunication and a let off just on time. They crash up a double of that. Very risky play there from the pair of Sahil and Rizwan. Desperate for run. Sometimes being too ambitious may cost you. It may affect your performance at the end of the game. We're standing at 85 for 8 after 17.2 overs. Can the remaining gentlemen deliver something for Team Uganda? Very fine bowling there from Sujit. Fine strike, he drives it down to the cover. Easily dealt with, and I took a single off that. Equally good fielding from India. Ranish, they are responsible for covering that ground. He swings. But this one just can't make anything out of that. Not so much power. Bit of poor timing. It continues to torment him. Another dot ball there. Master Rizwan seems to be having the better of Sujit. Has come to the end of the 17th over. Uganda trails at 86 for 8. Entering into the 18th over of this game. 12 more overs to go. But I'm not sure this game will get there, as Uganda has already lost 8 wickets. Fine strike this time, and he drives it off. We go for a boundary there, 4. Push it to 89, 90 for 8. Sahil. seems to be the savior for the Ugandan side at the moment. Hope he won't be lured into being so overzealous, finally being taken off. As Uganda look to take this game one step at a time. A bit of in a disadvantaged position so far, having lost 8 wickets. But never too late. As Sahil tries all he has, all tricks he has in the bag. See that he brings back Uganda on course. Man comes out, smokes his restaurant, takes it pub. That was a call, but it was just right on time. He's still on. As I mentioned before, there's no need to get carried away. This is the point where you have to be so cautious. Strikes it again. And backs. Just didn't get any difficulty dealing with that ball from Sahil. Takes it back, another dot ball. And Team India seems to be getting the more and more of the upper hand in this game. A fine cut there this time. The cover area and straight. Can they get there on time? Yes, it does. But just on time for them to make it a double. Sahil there. Fine performance from Sahil. You'd wonder, can he maintain this kind of performance? Probably he may have a chance to lift the Ugandan side out of the misery that they're in right now, having lost 8 wickets so far. Sahil is on strike. And Azim is back on attack. Misses. Azim has claimed so far 4 wickets and is looking to add Sahil to his wicket count. Team India during the moments of this game. They're in control, they're in the driving seat. But the Ugandan batsmen are not backing down. They're fighting on. They're taking it every moment at a time. And Sahil has come on to kind of make it, bring it back even. And a fine strike there goes straight to our side here. And a 4 there. There's 1. Bringing back a smile on the fans of the Ugandan side. 92 for 8. And they maintain themselves on this pitch. Down, you don't want to do that. You want to win the game. I know Rizwan and Sahil are so desperate for runs that some mistakes will cost them a lot, and they will cost the team a lot. Need a lot of calmness and experience on this field. Some point of the game, desperation brings a very, very bad end. From the fine strike there, and the umpire says, "Oh no, let's move on with the game." The Indians are claiming a lot of decisions here, testing most of the moments. But the umpires have stood the ground. That's a very fair game, I must say. There we are. Come to the end of the 19th over. 97 for 8. So 20 overs to go. If they can maintain this, just ramp up a couple of more runs, probably Uganda side will be back in the game. But the question is, can they keep on this game having lost 8 wickets? Well, we need to see as it goes and how it unfolds. Third day of this game, the second day was washed away by the rain. Not a problem. They seem to be bringing back the smiles of so many other people.
अरे मेरे को लाल वाला पानी दे भाई, दवाई वाला बनाता मैं दवा। अरे इसको डाल।
Let's watch and see as Sahil, the man who has just come on a run. Fine strike that goes out straight for 4. Sahil delivers another boundary for Team Uganda. Pushes it to 105 for 9. Looks like his country backing on him right now. Seems to be one of those who are on course. Sahil there. Man from Smoky just left. Or strike. And what is happening for Team Uganda? Sahil is off. And surely the game is done. India wins this episode of the third game. What a performance they have had so far. Not the performance Uganda expected, but they had everything in their hands. They lost so many wickets. They've been scoring not so badly, but they've been dropping wickets so far. This game has come in favor of the Indians. Hopefully, the Ugandans can pick something out of this, go back, reorganize themselves, and look to the mistakes that have been made so far. What a good time in this game. Had a very, very beautiful game so far. A lot of credit has to go to the Indian side for keeping it so tight for the Ugandans. Fielded so well, bowled so well, limited them so well. Knew their weaknesses in the first part of the game, and they came back today so strong and have won this game. Taken out wicket by wicket, and Uganda has to look back on this game and find solutions to the next game. If you're watching this game on Deepen Sports Media YouTube channel, please do subscribe. I'll come back strong here tomorrow for yet another game. It's been a very beautiful moment in this game. Last shake-off goes on. Solidarity among the Ismailia community here is so strong. They greet each other, congratulate each other, and get prepared for another tour of this game that has been so good, been so entertaining for all of us who have been watching this game live. And I must say, the next game will even be more interesting than this. I hope all of you will be there to watch it. Do subscribe so that in case these games come, you don't have to struggle a lot. Just get a notification and good to go. This is Deepen Sports Media, from wherever you're watching from. I hope you enjoyed yourselves and hope you had a better view experience on this channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification handle. To bask in the glory of the Ugandans, discuss what went wrong. It's been a good day. You enjoyed it? At Curtains Fall, yet another highly built game between Uganda and India. be back.
Thank you so much.
What do you say about the win? Yeah,
I
the
already
first
told
time
you
we
that
talked.
in the interval, this was a typical Indian wicket. So we know how to defend this 200 score.
Yeah.
So yeah, great win. They started so well. I know they have only the 1-2 batsmen. Then they have average batsmen. So we know our strength was the spin. Ali bowled really well, and Ali kept really well. I know they're going to bounce back hard on us. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
It was the game. Of the game, we enjoyed it, and hope by tomorrow they'll be up again in the game and winning again. Thank you. And see how the game has gone. The beautiful cricket. We hope you subscribe, and hopefully tomorrow still we are here and to enjoy this beautiful moment here in Entebbe. It's been good cricket. I'm going to sign off a bit as we bring for you back the captain of the Ugandan team. Quite disappointed. We have to get in some time, but hopefully it will be nice. Thank you. Just stay on course. How are Uganda? disappointing performance. What do you say about it?
From starting the first inning, they really played well. They batted well. They built a partnership from the starting. They lost first wicket in power play, but they recovered very well. In our batting, we didn't did what they did. We didn't did a good starting and good partnership. We didn't, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, wicket column affects the game now. We'll change the batting order a bit, and yeah, we'll try to. Our fielding effort was not good. We'll try to come back strong, and tomorrow, inshallah, we'll come back strong. We'll give them some good competition tomorrow.
Sure. Yeah. The fans enjoyed this game though. They are watching it from India. They enjoyed the game, and hopefully tomorrow you can come back and represent Uganda.
Inshallah, and we'll give some good competition to our Indian fans. If we have our Indian fans, then
True. True. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Been Deep in Sports Media. Wish you all the best tomorrow.
thank you.
Okay. And that is it for the games today. It's been so good. We've had the word from the captain himself, Rezat Ali Shah. Not so happy about the game, but that's it. They'll come back tomorrow and probably put up a better game. It's been Deep in Sports Media. Subscribe, hit the notification button, and we'll be back tomorrow with the rest of the game. But thank you so much, Peter, from the rest of the team, the technical guys, and those ones who are letting you see this game live from here. We hope you've enjoyed and wish you the best. Thank you so much.